Hello everyone, our group will share Philippine English and Jamaican English today. The content are divided into four parts. The first part is introduction. According to Groway and Rose, there are four channels of the spread of English. English came to Jamaica through the Channel 2, slavery, while Philippine English came from Channel 3, trade and exploitation colonies. Part 2 Jamaican English Jamaican English, one of the word English, is a variety of English spoken in Jamaica, which has its origins in the history of colonization and slavery. Until 1655, when it became a British colony, subsequently sugar plantations based on slave labor has been established in Jamaica as the main form of economic activity. Jamaica failed to become a self-sustaining settled population. Life for the enslaved was completely overseen by white control. The shift in colonial power brought English to the islands, which mixed with various African languages brought by the enslaved people. Over time, this linguistic blend evolved into what is now recognized as Jamaican English. Linguistic features. First, phonology. Jamaican English often shows a reduction in the number of vowels used, merging some vowel sounds that are distinct in British or American English. Additionally, certain consonant sounds like the sounds in thing or this are often replaced with t and the sounds respectively. Second, syntax. Jamaican English, influenced by patois, frequently emphasizes accepts over tense. Third, lexicon. There are words used in Jamaican English that are either derived from African language, borrowed from Spanish and French, or are creations of historical and cultural developments on the islands. Fourth, pragmatical makers. Innovation use of pragmatic particles. Words like you know and like can be used in ways specific to Jamaican English, serving to structure conversion and express attitudes or modal nuance. Third, present status. English is the official language in Jamaica, and it applies to all levels of education. In Jamaica, English serves as the primary language for business and professional communication. Fourth, English is widely used in the media and entertainment sectors. The education and language policy emphasize the use of English as the medium of instruction across all levels of the education system. However, there is an ongoing discussion about the role of Jamaican patois in education. Some educators and policymakers advocate for a bilingual approach that includes patois, recognizing its importance as part of Jamaica's cultural heritage and as a first language for many Jamaicans.
And the third part, the Philippine English. The history was divided into four periods. English first arrived in the Philippines during the 16th century with the arrival of Spanish colonizers. However, wasn't until the later 19th century when Americans took control of the Philippines from Spain that English began to spread more widely. And the second period, with the United States colonization of the Philippines, English became the medium of instruction in schools and the language of governance. The American education system introduced English as the primary language of instruction, leading to its widespread use among the Philippines. And the post-independence period, after gaining independence from the United States in 1946, English remained an important language in Philippines alongside the Filipino. English continued to be used in education, business, media, and government. In the modern era, Philippine English has evolved further, incorporating local slang, idioms, and expressions. It was widely used in various domains, and the English proficiency is highly valued in Philippines, and the country is known for producing skilled English speakers who are employed in various industries worldwide. And there are the linguistic features. First, the vocabulary. It will borrow English from the history words like abaca, and it also has creative word formation. For example, Bolicabaya books, a box of goods sent by Filipino abroad. And the innovation methods. For example, Philippines use efficacious blends and new components, saying the work like benchmark classmate. For the grammar features, it will use unique verb forms. For example, Filipinos may use plural verbs with singular subjects, like one of my friends live here. The tense usage, they may use the present perfect tense instead of the simple past, as in I have done it last week. And the patterns from the Filipino English in Filipino language influenced the English usage, like saying cope up with instead of cope with. If they want to express politeness, they would use would instead of may. And also it will use formal construction such as I will be the one who will go. And the phonological features for the consonant, it will use the t and the to replace the. For example, think as think, this as this. And for the vowels, they have the tendency to pronounce unstressed vowels with the full quality rather than reducing them. And for the present status, English is one of the official language of the Philippines. Alongside the Filipino, it is widely used in government, business, education, and media. And English remains a primary medium of instruction in schools, particularly in higher education and in subjects such as science, mathematics, and technology. Also, English is widely used in business and professional settings. Proficiency in English is often seen as a valuable skill in job market, especially for positions requiring international communication. And in the media and entertainment, English language media, including newspaper, magazines, television, and online content, are widely consumed in Philippines. Many popular television shows, movies, and music are in English or have English subtitles. Philippine English exerts its unique characteristics influenced by local languages, Spanish, and American English. It includes vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation features that are distinct from other varieties of English. Efforts has also been made to promote bilingualism and multilingualism in Philippines, with a focus on proficiency in both Filipino and English. However, the quality of English language education varies across regions and socioeconomic groups. The first part, conclusion. First, the similarity. Both Philippine English and Jamaican English are products of colonial history. Philippine English emerged during the American colonization, while Jamaican English developed from British colonization. This shared colonial past has influenced the linguistic structure, vocabulary, and usage of English in both countries. In both Philippines and Jamaica, there is a coexistence of a standard from English used in formal setting and non-standard varieties that are more prevalent in informal contexts. Both English varieties have been influenced by native and other English, and their official status are the same. They serve as an official language and is a medium of instruction in school in both countries.
The difference between Philippine English and Jamaican English. Philippine English emerged through educational and administrative reforms during American colonization, while Jamaican English was deeply influenced by the legacy of slavery under British colonial rule, with impact from African language and Irish pronunciation due to historical migration patterns. Second, linguistic features. Jamaican English has retained many aspects of British English in its vocabulary. Philippine English includes significant borrowings from Spanish and the native language. Philippine English often replaces interdental fricavities with stops and tends to maintain the full quality of unstressed vowels, whilst Jamaican English features a pronunciation that may resemble Irish influence due to historical links. The third, global influence. The Philippines is recognized for the high level of English proficiency and contributes to the global workforce, particularly in industries requiring English communication. Jamaican English, while influential culturally, particularly in music and media, does not impact the global labor market as intensively as Philippine English. That's all. Thank you for listening.